Oh, that demo discs. Now that takes me back. So apparently there was a demo of Kung Fu Rider on a PlayStation Move demo disc. Talk about going back to the early days of PlayStation. That is how I experienced a lot of my games that... Again, this is early days of PlayStation, before the internet and all of this. Demo discs were, like... I don't even know how to describe them. They were gold. They were what you relied on to know what games were good. That's how I discovered Tomba. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Tomba, but that was an amazing classic title for PlayStation 1. Medieval. One of those games that I played on the PlayStation 1 demo disc. I played a lot of that. But for whatever reason, my Blockbuster never carried Medieval. So I never got to experience Medieval outside of that demo disc. And there's plenty of other, like, I'm trying to think of all the other games I played on demo discs, man. What else was there? Tomba was a big one. It was a 2D game. Like, you're talking about PlayStation 1 going from these 2D platformers over to 3D. Games like Spyro, games like Crash, games like Mario 64, you're trying to transfer over, you know, you're tired of the 2D games from Super Nintendo. You want what's new, these big open world 3D games, and here's Tomba. Technically a 2D game, but the way it transitioned, you would go from one area to the next, and it would tilt the camera to give the effect that it was 3D. It was such a fun game, and then they made a sequel years later that I think also I played on a demo disc. And hey, Plakia, thank you for the sub, man. If I had my webcam up, I would be tipping the hat to you, but instead, all I have to offer is this. This small little emote. Hats off to you, man. Thank you very much. So if I like Tomba, there's apparently someone I should watch who plays it every year on his birthday. I might have to check. It's been so long since I saw Tomba. That's one of those games that just came rushing back to my head. I don't think that's the thing, I never think I experienced the entire thing. I want to now. I want them to be a remaster of Tomba on, even if it's just digital. Remake Tomba. That should have been Tomba should have been in PlayStation All-Stars. Talk about missed opportunity. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty sure I'm not, Tomba was a launch title for PS1. Like, up there with Ape Escape. Which, speaking of Ape Escape... No, Ape Escape wasn't a launch title, I don't think, because I had problems with Ape Escape. I remember back in the day, the PlayStation 1 controller did not have dual sticks. It didn't have analog. It was just D-pad only. The original PS1 controller was D-pad only, and I remember renting Ape Escape from Blockbuster, or Movie Gallery, can't remember which one, and trying to play it, and not being able to because that game required analog sticks, and for whatever reason, Blockbuster didn't tell you that. I don't even know if it was on the box, but it required analog sticks, and I just had the default controller. So I spent a good few hours wondering why that game was not working for me. But no, Tomba. That's a flashback. I miss demo discs. I love the fact that more games these days are doing demos that you can download on PSN or digital storefronts. They need to do that more often. You want to fight piracy, give people demo discs. It sold me on Dragon Quest Builders 2. I played through Dragon Quest Builders 2 for 10 hours. It was a massive demo. I loved it. The save transferred over. I bought it because of that. Dragon Quest 11, same thing. Apparently it is a massive demo. More games need demos. There's another one that recently came out. Wonderful 101. I need to play the demo of that. I'm excited to play Wonderful 101, and I think they have something in there where you can play as Bayonetta in Wonderful 101. You're back, you heard Tomba. Yes, Tomba. Riding the pigs. Ape Escape 2 is on the PS4, but it's the EU version, so it doesn't have the Pokemon voices. What? Ape Escape has Pokemon voices? Since when? Like, I'm pretty sure that Ape Escape 1 and 2, maybe even the entire trilogy, are on PlayStation Now. I don't know about the basic PSN storefront, but I know they're on PSN Now, or PlayStation Now. Which is actually a surprisingly good service for what you pay for it. Because there's a large catalog of titles in there of PS1 and PS2 games. I did my 1 week free trial and I played a game that is very hard to find everywhere I go. Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom. I spent my 1 week trial playing that game. Because it seems like everywhere I go, either Majin is insanely expensive or the stores just don't, or the like GameStop just didn't have it. Found it on Xbox. Couldn't find it on PS3. Nice. Okay, so apparently, according to Automaton Creature, Tomba and Tomba 2 are her 2 second favorite games of all time. Nice. I need to play Tomba again. I need to. The main character of Ape Escape 2 had Ash's voice actor. And Natalie had Misty's voice actor. Interesting. I did not know that. I don't even know who the voice actors are for Pokemon. Wait, I just realized I think this is the first time we've done Slime Climb today. Where has this map been? Talk about Penguin being a rarity. I think in 11 hours this is the first time I've encountered Slime Climb today. I might have had it last night because I remember mentioning the big Yeetus trap at the very end, but I don't think I've seen it at all today. Bucky... Whoa, okay, don't look at the chat. Bucky Boy 2009? Okay, I'll have to check them out. But they do Tomba. Yep, that's... I need to write this stuff down, because now I have a few things I need to look up after this stream. Number 1, I'm looking up that one Looney Tunes episode of Bugs Bunny and the Hillbilly. Then number 2, I'm looking up Bucky Boy for his Tomba playthrough. I wonder if Tomba's on PlayStation Now. I need to look that up. Because I think I have another 1 week trial to PlayStation Now. I was going to use it for Medieval, but I might use it for Tomba if that's there. Oh, how I missed the early days of Slime Climb where only 5 or 6 would qualify. Used to be a great herd clearer. Now you have 40 people enter Slime Climb, only 5 or 6 would leave. Now it's dozens. The competitors have gotten too good. By competition, they've improved. They've learned how to 3D platform. I feel like there's one other thing I was gonna look up after the stream, too. Oh, I was gonna watch list DuckTales, that's right. Also, have we seen Fall Ball today? Another game that I think has been very absent in today's rotation. Really? So he's also a blind playthrower. Nice. There needs to be more of those. Like, I can appreciate people who go into games with a lot of knowledge for what they're doing that allows for... Oh no. That allows for less lengthy playthroughs, because you have someone who's blind, the amount of time it's going to take them to play through a game may be extended by 50%, let's say. So what, How Long to Beat would say, oh, you know, this is a 15-hour game, well, this blind playthrough is now going to spend about 20 hours on it. But to that end, being able to see people's... That's the big thing for me. Being able to see people's first impressions of something, how they react to something, how they're able to overcome certain challenges, what they find difficult. Don't do it, Duck! I think Duck's gonna put that in. But yeah, being able to see people's first impressions of certain games, there's no replacement for that. It's either genuine joy, genuine disappointment, seeing them proud for the first time. Like watching someone do a game like Binding of Isaac, first time. They're playing that blind, they haven't had a win before, and now you're watching them as they get their first victory after 15 hours of troubles. It's amazing. Like, you're growing with them. That's what I love about roguelikes so much. Yeah, oh, yep, that's the other one I needed to look up. How bad is Artemis Fowl? Wait a minute. How are we 4-0? Didn't that duck over there, like, own goal us? I could have sworn that's... Okay. Maybe not? Can we get an instant replay of that one ball that went back towards our goal, like, a minute ago? I feel like I might be hallucinating now. I swear that duck almost owned goal. So apparently he's playing through The World Ends With You now. Look, I'm all about shouting out other Let's Players, so if you... According to Agent Pie, he gives his recommendation, I trust him. Go check out Bucky Boy 2009. Apparently he does blind playthroughs now. He's doing The World Ends With You. And after that, he's going to be playing Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Oh my god, really? No! I don't know if you were here for that, but no! Least favorite Kingdom Hearts game. If he's going into that blind, oh, the disappointment. The confusion that's going to be setting in on that game. So yeah, go check him out, Bucky Boy 2009. It has Agent Pie's seal of approval. Man. I feel like I almost need to write this stuff down, what I'm going to check out afterwards, because me trying to rely on my memory ain't going to work out. So you... Wait, wasn't... Oh, right. The World Ends With You. That's why he's doing it. Because there was a crossover with that character, wasn't there? In Dream... Because I was confused. When I was playing Dream Drop Distance, I realized that the characters that were in the game had to have been a reference to someone else. I had no idea who they were. They looked familiar, but I didn't recognize them. I had to look up afterwards, and they were the characters from that game. It's like... Here's this rule set where we have to do this by a certain timer. We have these clocks above our head. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then they never really referenced that again. I was like, okay, this must be something I don't get. Oh god, Duck is a grabber. I just saw him reach out. Please do not go for a grab, I'm begging you. Not on this. Not when the platforms are moving. Booyah, baby! Win number 258! I was worried he was going to go for a grab. His arms were outstretched. It looked like he was going to go for it. He might have actually been doing that and just fell in the slime instead. But we survived. Win 258. 8th win on the day. He just wanted a hug. Who doesn't want to hug a lovable duck? Bugs Bunny, that's who. Really? He doesn't even know that The World Ends With You characters are in that game. Well, that's the thing, neither did I. So that's going to be interesting to see his reaction. So how long would you say is left of The World Ends With You? Like, how long do you think it's going to be before he gets to Dream Drop? Because now I'm curious. I want to see his reaction. Like, because I never played The World Ends With You, so my reaction was more of a confusion. His might be more of an elated type thing, especially if he likes that game. Alright, I can actually change the Twitch stream now. It seems like I'm changing it every 2 wins at this point. I really hope no one has spoiled it for him, too. That is one big problem with being a YouTuber, is that you try and go into certain games blind, and then you have some viewers, some people who want to spoil the fun, and they'll spoil future events. That happened with me in Infamous 2. Like, first day I'm doing Infamous 2 and someone spoils who the Beast is. It's like, I would have liked to discover that myself, but okay. Which is funny too, because I kind of predicted that in Infamous 1 somehow. So he's currently in the post-game now, so he's probably really close to Dream Drop. Another week or 2, nice. And I'm assuming he doesn't have an upload schedule like me, where it's 1 upload 1 year and then a gap for another 2. He's actually reliable. Man. I want to see that reaction. Now, just out of curiosity, with a name like Bucky Boy 2009, he's not an 11-year-old, is he? Because I feel like that might... I don't know. I do have a little bit of a bias, I'll admit. Never been able to get into watching younger Let's Players. Which again is a personal problem. Because there are definitely good quality streamers who are very young. I mean, Fortnite, that attracts a lot of younger people, and a lot of them are actually rather good at the game. He's probably about my age. Okay, cool. Because that's the thing with people who have, like, years in their name. You don't know if that's referencing some other event or their birth year. So something like 2009, it's like, he could be an 11-year-old? Or it could be the year he started doing YouTube. But yeah, I think I need to get over that bias of mine. Because I too quickly brush people off based on age. It's a bad habit. Like, honestly, there are probably 11-year-olds who are better at first-person shooters than I am that could wipe the floor with me. No debate. But yeah. I'm surprised my voice has managed to keep going for nearly 12 hours. I'm gonna be filling this tomorrow. You're still thinking of Elmer Fudd in the scythe? Yeah, that is so off-putting, isn't it? Did you Google the images? I mean, the scythe is bigger than him. We're looking at comedically oversized, like prop comedy style scythe. And here he is running around with it to catch Bugs Bunny. You did see the image, yeah, it's out there. So he has 2 series that he's done. Legacy is he plays through a series of games. Currently Resident Evil, nice. Oh, so he has an actual schedule. I remember trying that once. So every Tuesdays and Thursdays he does Resident Evil, and then Watch Me Fail is the rest of the week. So he actually spices it up a bit, which is nice. But he is a variety streamer, which is a big thing. A lot of streamers these days tend to pick one game and just stick with that. Which kind of, like, narrows down your viewer base. One thing, which is an option. I know back in the day, when I started doing variety streams, that was a big gamble, because if you're doing one game, you have a viewer base who are consistently looking for that game. If you start branching out and doing other things, well, you're kind of spreading the thing too thin, where now you have one person who wants this and they're going to be calling for when you're going to do this video. But for him, if he's got the actual schedule listed and he's reliable and able to do that consistently, then good on him. You don't have people asking specifically when is this certain video coming, when are you going to continue that. Schedules as a streamer or a Let's Player are incredibly important. You need to be reliable. Something that I was for the first 2-ish years before I was unable to. But I managed a good couple years as a consistent streamer, or a consistent YouTuber. Really wish I could have continued that. Oh my god, I was looking the entirely wrong way. So much regret over the years. So he is a purely YouTuber, but he does the occasional stream. Like Mario Party. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check him out. Bucky Boy 2009. Like, that was something that I considered too, like having 3D platformers and all those be pre-recorded Let's Plays, which has its benefits. You can remove load times, you can edit stuff, you can actually get things down to how you want it. And then roguelikes, which I was planning on doing streaming for a long time, and focusing on first-time reactions to roguelike runs. Spelunky, Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon, stuff like that. I even had a stupid name for it, Rogue Wednesdays. But the thing with me is that I tend to have these lofty goals, things I want to do, and then never able to just go through with them. Like, Rogue Wednesday would have been a big thing for me. Final Fantasy Forever he's currently doing. He's on Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. It sounds like he's got his iron and a lot of... Wow, what is that saying? He's got his tongs and a lot of irons? No, that's not the saying. He's got his iron and a lot of fire. He's doing a lot, put it that way. He's very active. which is good for him. It allows him to grow a viewer base. And if he's sticking to a schedule, all the better. Like I said, incredibly important to have a schedule. Like, you can learn a bunch of things as being a Let's Player. You can learn how to commentate properly, you can learn about the awkward silence thing, you can learn about communicating with your audience, you can learn about how to edit your videos, you can learn a lot of things. But one thing you need to ingrain from the start are schedules. If you have that, you can learn everything else. You're not going to be perfect at the start. You're not going to have the confidence in your commentary. You're not going to have the projection in your voice. You're not going to talk with confidence. That's just how it is at the start. It doesn't matter how often you talk in real life. You're not going to have that starting out, because it's completely different. I mean, no one talks to themselves, which is what YouTubing is, talking to yourself, for long periods of time like this. It's monologuing. You are essentially monologuing for hours on end, commentating about what you're playing. It's a completely foreign thing that most people aren't used to. So, starting out, you're not going to do that well, you're going to learn. But if you can establish a schedule and be consistent from the start, that's where you can be successful. That's where you're solid. That's my biggest tip to anyone who wants to YouTube, or stream, or do anything. Don't worry about the other aspects of it. Have a schedule. Most important. If you have a time when when everyone knows they can reach you, that they know they can watch your content, that's what's important. No! No! I almost qualified! Wait, I can still do it, I can still do it, I can still do it! Oh, number 6. And just barely. And I didn't have to rely on a golden ring. He is very dedicated to not missing a day, that's very good. Because I'll say this. Once you make the exception and you miss a day, it's kind of a slippery slope. Wait, 6 people. We might be seeing Royal Fumble. The only time Royal Fumble shows up on this game is if you have 6 or less. Oh, Thin Ice. I'm getting my hopes up. I swear, Royal Fumble is like a 1% chance to ever show up. But yeah, once you start missing days for illness reasons or whatever, it's a slippery slope. Now this will be an interesting map. 6 people. Typically it's large numbers of groups. And you have a lot of people melting the ice quickly. With only 6 people, the strategy changes. How are we all going to melt the ice and get it down to the bottom platform? And in what way? I almost feel like my hour 1 strategy might be appropriate for this, of going around in a circle, making pit traps. So I'm gonna try that. Just melt it down, create a wide gap in the middle. I don't know if he was joining me in that. Oh, he was gonna bump me. He was gonna bump me right on the slime. Okay, so now we have a giant chasm in the middle. A donut hole, if you will. With a nice glazing slime center. Now if we can expand that out, a la hexagon, we might be good. Problem is giving ourselves an out. Okay. I really wish they would change the color of the third one, because it's too close to the second. Oh my god, I almost fell there. Okay, we need to play it safe now. There's a lot of holes. Alright. Clear the path, melt the ice. Alright, so now there's a giant hole, a chasm. No! Disappointment. Ay-ya. Trying to turn back. I wasn't able to jump. I didn't have the traction. Nice, so he has a spreadsheet where people can vote on his future Let's Plays as well. It definitely sounds like this is a guy to check out. Definitely worth your time investing into. You have sold me on him. Like, that type of community interaction is solid. That's what gets people to rise up. When you're able to communicate with your audience, get them to show them what they want. Have votes. Let them choose. Obviously, you're not going to put games in there that you don't want to play, because that ends up ruining your own experience, but if you have a big enough library of games, a big enough backlog of games you want to play, let your audience decide. Give them a vote. Give them a choice. So I definitely like the sound of this guy. And it sounds like he has a wide variety of games too. He's doing 3D platformers, he's doing RPGs, he's doing multiplayer games like Mario Party. So he's not just a one genre gamer. Which is also another good thing to see. Oh. So he has less subscribers than me. But that's not... See, that's a big thing. A subscriber count isn't necessarily an indicator of quality. Because there are a lot of YouTubers these days who are just now starting out who are vastly superior than certain people who have made it to the top. I'll put it that way. But it's because they're starting late. They haven't gotten their foot in the door of early YouTube. So they haven't managed to show themselves off to a wider audience. Because the thing with YouTube now is that there's probably thousands of new people every day trying to make it as YouTubers. It's 2020. Like, YouTubing as a career, YouTubing Let's Playing full-time started back in 2008, I think. Back in the early days. So you have these people starting now, they could be great, they could be the next big thing. But because they're being flooded and all these other YouTubers are coming out at the same time as them, it's hard to get your name noticed. So yeah, a subscriber count is not an indication of quality at all. Boost people up if you see them with quality. That's my thing. If you know of a streamer or a YouTuber who's incredibly impressive with what they do, boost them. Share them. I mean, I make fun of the whole like, favorite, and subscribe mantra of certain YouTubers. That's never been my thing. I'm not a fan of that. Because if you like a YouTuber, you're going to share their content regardless. Like Agent Pie right now. I don't know what Bucky Boy is like with his videos. He may say like, favorite, subscribe, he may not. But Agent likes his content enough where he's sharing all this information about him to this audience. He's letting us know about him. You don't necessarily need to do the like, favorite, subscribe mantra at the end of your videos. If people like your content, they're going to share it. Word of mouth, very important. That's why Among Us is so popular right now, it's word of mouth. That game was out for 2 years, no one knew about it. And then a couple of streamers played it, word of mouth spread, and now it's one of the most popular games on Twitch. Boost people, that's all I can say. Very important. There's one streamer I've been watching recently for the past maybe year. He started out not very popular, but his popularity grew because of the number of games he did. Wanderbots. He's one of those streamers who I would say he obsesses. He's gotten to a point of obsession with YouTube, where he probably streams 12 hours a day, non-stop, every day. And he has done every single game under the sun on Steam. During these Steam summer sales, Steam winter sales, he's known because if you're unsure about a game you want to buy, it's on sale on Steam, YouTube it. Chances are, he's done at least a preview of it on YouTube. So there are multiple ways to get known. There's an overabundance of the number of videos you do. There's getting lucky and having the right YouTuber mention you. Or there's just word of mouth from a lot of your fans. There's multiple ways to do it, but word of mouth is so important if you can't commit the amount of time that certain streamers do. Like, I can't suggest... Like, here's the thing with Wanderbots. He plays every game on Steam pretty much, but that's an investment. A lot of YouTubers starting out can't afford that. I can't even imagine how much he's spending every month on games. But it's working for him. And he's a great streamer, he's got a lot of great content, and he's able to preview those games in a way where, if you're unsure about it, he can probably sell you on it, or he can convince you not to spend your money on it. Different tactics, but word of mouth, great for newer YouTubers. Great for people who can't invest hundreds and thousands of dollars into the different games. I don't know, I feel like I have a lot to say about streaming in general, and I don't know, I'm not even that successful. I had a chance years ago to be successful, but various personal issues kind of got in the way and wasn't able to capitalize on it. But that's a thing too, like, there are YouTubers out there that are only doing it to be famous. That's not the way to approach it. Don't approach YouTubing as a way to be successful, to be rich. Absolutely do not do it as a way to be rich, I can guarantee you that. Do it for doing it because you enjoy it. Do it because it's a fun hobby. Do it because you like the people you've encountered. For me, it's honestly, a big thing for me is the ability to express myself. I'm an asocial person. I've never been one to be outspoken. YouTubing allows me to do that. And I am lucky, beyond lucky, to have gotten loyal fans and viewers who have stuck with me and continue to watch my content despite my many breaks. I mean, we're talking... The people who are watching now are probably those who have stuck by after 2-year breaks, 3-year breaks, one video over the course of 4 years. Luck is the only way I can describe it. I am beyond lucky. I don't know how many times I think back to saying I don't deserve the fans and the viewers I have. I honestly don't. I honestly do not. It's why I'm so thankful, and it's why I'm continuing to play for 12 hours right now, because I have people in the chat that I'm conversing with that I haven't conversed with for so long, that people I miss, that I wish I could do more for. So I have no problem streaming for 12 hours, for 13 hours. I'll keep going. I keep going because I feel like I owe y'all so much. The guys and girls who have stuck around for all these years honestly do not deserve it. think a big... Nope. A big thing for me is that in the back of my mind, I'm always wanting to do more. Like, I always have these lofty goals, like I mentioned before. Things that I want to do for my viewers. Things I want to... I think we're getting lag right now. We may need to reboot the game. Things that I plot out. Things I want to do for my viewers. Things for y'all. And, wow. The last time we had lag like this, wasn't it also in Egg Siege? I feel like there might be something wrong with this mode that lags out the game. But there are things I want to do for y'all, for my fans, for my viewers that I'm never able to quite accomplish, and I end up feeling so guilty over it when I'm not able to. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of lag. I'm almost feeling to the point where we have to quit this out and restart. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Now, last time I did this, I quit out, restarted the match, and the lag was gone. So, hopefully it fixes it again this time. Okay, Egg Siege is cursed. That's the second time tonight we've done that, and we've lagged completely out, dropped to like 15, 10 frames a second. But yeah. There's a lot of guilt. A lot of guilt over things that I haven't been able to do, that I wish I could. They're rotten eggs, that's what they are. They're spoiled. They've been out in the sun for too long, no one's replaced them. They're secretly dinosaur eggs. I think Dr. Grant's been fertilizing them. But no, there's a lot of things I wish I could do on YouTube over the years. My biggest thing is I just wish I could do more. But yeah, speaking of that, pretty sure we're going to be doing a Hades stream this week, and don't know the exact day or time, but confident we'll be doing a Hades stream. Thank you for that, man. I completely whiffed. It's either going to be Hades or... you know what? It's going to be Hades. That was a nominee for Game of the Year. I feel like that game needs to be shown. Thank you. It's definitely not going to be tomorrow, though. My voice is going to be shot. I can guarantee you now. 12 hours of commentary. I'm not going to have a voice tomorrow. At all. I can take all the tea I want, all the lemon, all the honey. I don't think I actually have any honey. But all the lemon tea I want, it's not gonna help. I'll be talking like this. I'll sound like a guy who's been smoking for 20 years. But no, give me a couple of days to rest my voice after this stream and we'll be doing a Hades stream. Completely blind! Well, 99% blind! I have seen a little bit of gameplay. Not much, though. And hopefully, come the new year, like I mentioned before, may not be able to record console games, but there's plenty of games on Steam, like 3D platformers I can do. Have a resurgence, start doing 3D platformers on PC. Do various other games. Yeah, it won a couple of awards. It's very well received. I still think it should have won out over a couple of those awards, like, what was it? There was, like, I can admit, it may not have deserved Game of the Year, but it absolutely deserved, Focus of the Year. Or not Focus, what was the name of the award? Oh, I can't think of it. It was, something to do with how focused you are on a certain theme. Like, Theme of the Year, something similar to that. That it absolutely should have beat out Last of Us 2 for. Game direction, that's what it was. It absolutely deserved game direction. I don't think I agree with the award going to Last of Us 2. That game's direction was a little bit off in my opinion. Again, based on just what I saw, I haven't played it yet, but based on what I saw, I think Hades had that one. Oh, absolutely not. Well, you could argue that it did have some good audio cues for... I'm sorry, audio cues for deaf people, because they had a couple of accessibility options specifically for the hearing impaired. So in that regard, maybe it did deserve audio. Because I can't think of another game that actually has done something for the hearing impaired like that. Which is definitely something that more games need to do. I mean, yes, it requires more work and effort to put in all those accessibility options, but it really goes a long way. Being able to introduce your game to people who otherwise would not be able to play it, that is something more games need to do. Because they're gamers just like us. It's not their fault that they have disabilities or anything like that that prevents them. They want to be able to enjoy these games as well. Give them the option, give them the ability. So, despite the fact that Last of Us 2 does have some issues, the fact that they had that hearing impaired option, I kind of want to say they deserved audio. Because from what I saw, there were actually certain pings in the game that chimed differently depending on how far you were from things and the different items you could collect. I have no idea if Cyberpunk's done something similar, but that came out this year. It wasn't up for the nomination. Reggie out. I think this is a direction that a lot of games are going, and I hope they continue this trend. Especially, like, once it's actually in the general population, once a bunch of developers have done it, they've shown how it's done. So it's not like it's going to be something where they all have to do it from scratch. They've learned how other developers have done it. They can start implementing it into their games as well. Yep, we're talking about awards in the game show. How, I think that Hades was robbed of game direction, but Last of Us 2 probably did deserve sound because of their innovations with the hearing impaired option. There's another game that recently came out. I actually tweeted about this. I think Grounded. Grounded, it's a hilarious option, but in Grounded they actually had an accessibility option for people just like me. For people who are arachnophobic, where you could turn the giant spiders, which are horrifying, into like jelly beans. which, yeah, that gives them googly eyes and makes them funny looking. They're no longer scary, which I think defeats the purpose of the game, but they're no longer spiders. That's a win. I like that. More of that too, please. Although I understand that's not going to work for a lot of horror-based games, where they need jump scares and they need scary spiders. But the intention of Grounded is nice. They got my kudos. Okay, so now that we're up to 12 people, don't have to worry about spending 2 minutes melting ice. It's much more chaotic. A little bit... It's weird how it might be even a little bit easier. Oh, he used my old strategy. Melt away the center. Just melt it away. Down to the bottom layer. Yeah, that's another thing I need to learn how to adjust on. Because we're on ice, the whole run back for a jump doesn't really work as well. Because you need momentum, you need traction. You're not getting that on the ice. Okay, there's still a lot of 2-layer platforms. We need to melt those away quick. We don't want any of the other beans to have something to jump to. If they feel safe, they're gonna go to that island. Okay. I need to get you away from this. I feel like you're too safe. Okay. One more. If I can get him, he's got 3 platforms left. I don't think he can make that jump. He made the jump. Okay, I need to eat this away now. Quick. Booyah, baby! Win number 259! 9 wins on the day, 12 hours. Oh, that felt nice. I was worried he was going to come to that platform. I had to melt it quick. That just required a lot of quick little hops. Because if we were competing on that small island, I was screwed. Yeah, Grounded looks like a fun game. It's kind of a survival type thing. But based on what I've heard, it's very graphic intensive. Like, it requires a very powerful GPU to run. Like, I think I looked it up and my computer can't even run it. Which isn't really saying much, because I've got a 1050 Ti, it's not that great. They want to add farming and domesticating insects. Interesting. It sounds like it has a lot of potential. Okay, yeah, you've needed to get some sleep for a while. I think I've kept you up for way too long, so get some rest. Hopefully I didn't keep you up too much. You said you gotta wake up at 3 a.m. tomorrow? I don't know what coast you're on, but it's almost 1 a.m. here, so I really hope you're not on the East Coast. Because that would be only 2 hours of sleep. It's 10:50 there, so okay. It's not as bad, but thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you can get some good rest, and I'll catch you later. It is now over 12 hours that we've now been streaming. I joked. I made jokes at the beginning of the stream that I'd be going for 12 hours. Wasn't serious. It's now over 12 hours. But I feel like we're at 9 wins, right? That puts us at 259. It almost feels bad to stop one shy of a round number. Do I keep going till I get at least one more win? Do I go until 260? I mean, I'm not exactly tired. My voice is almost gone. It's constantly cracking. But I feel like I could keep going. I mean, God, it's almost 1 a.m. But no. I feel like we gotta go till 10 wins. 10 wins on the day. I don't even know if YouTube will accept an upload 12 hours long. We'll find out. We'll find out in the next coming days. Because I know YouTube has limits now. And now that I'm no longer a partner on YouTube, I may not have that ability. Because I lost my partnership over a year ago. So it is still possible? Okay, good. Yeah, that's the big thing, is that when you lose partnership, you'll lose a bunch of features, including long uploads, so really hoping I can still do that. Otherwise I might, worst case scenario, have to break this up into chunks. I think I have a good stopping point at about maybe the 8-hour mark, back when I took a break to get something to drink, so I could always split it up there. 12 hours, I've only taken 2 breaks. I haven't even taken a 5-hour energy. How? You got partnered with no videos and then they stole it from you. Nah. That happens. I think for a lot of it, back in the day, they were partnering just about everyone. Anyone and everyone they could partner, they were partnering. And then, I think it was about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, they started getting strict on who they allowed into the partnership program. Like, you had to have a certain number of views, a certain number of uploads, and a few other things. But yeah, my lack of videos caused them to unpartner me. Completely valid, though. Completely valid. But what's funny about that is the timing that they did it. It's like, I think they did it the week after I uploaded my 10-year anniversary video. It's like, happy anniversary! You're no longer partner. Thanks! Oh my god, my voice just disappeared. Some people give you a birthday cake, or not a birthday, an anniversary cake. They stripped a partnership. Not like I was doing anything with it, so it's not like it's something to get upset about. It's just one of those well-deserved type things. Yep. Congrats on your anniversary. Here's your pink slip. But I guess now that I no longer have that NDA, I can flat out admit I was getting maybe pennies a month. Like, it was not a type of thing to make money off of. So it's not like I was losing out on anything when they stripped it. Like I said, YouTube is not something you want to get into for money. Oh god, I just realized we're doing an egg match again and the lag is starting. I think there is legitimately something wrong with the egg levels. Third time we've done an egg level, third time it has begun to lag. I might need to send a report to them after this stream is done to look into this. I'm sure they know about it, I'm sure other people have reported it too, but there's absolutely a lot of lag. Like, are other people getting lag too? Because they're able to grab me with no problem. Maybe it's because of how many eggs there are? I don't know. It's something that was introduced in Season 3. This was not an issue last night. Okay, I'm gonna stand still. We're gonna win. Yellow has been eliminated, essentially. They're only down to 2 eggs. There's no way they can recover. I'm gonna stand still. We're gonna wait this out. I want to see if it gets better when the next round starts. This is a stop-motion, like, movie now. Almost claymation, just 1 frame a second. Okay, did it smooth out? Okay, it looks like it might have smoothed out. Now the beans are moving at a normal pace. So it seems to be a glitch only in the egg levels. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look on Twitter to see if other people are reporting the same issue. If not, then I'm gonna have to report a bug. That's 3 times on the day that's happened. It's consistent. It's not a coincidence, it's consistent. Which also leads me to wonder, is it a similar... Oh, no Big Yeetus. I love Big Yeetus on Fruit Shoot. But I wonder if that's a similar issue as to why they had to pull Hexagon. Because they mentioned on Twitter that Hexagon was having massive physics issues to the point where they had to pull it for the day. So I'm wondering if there was something similar with that in the egg games that they didn't think of. What is similar between Hexagon and the egg levels? There's almost nothing that would cause that. Huh. Oh, I was 12th place. That Godzilla was taunting for too long. See, I don't think there's anything similar with Hexagon and the egg levels. There's no traps on Hexagon. There's no moving platforms. There's no eggs. So I wonder what caused the problem. Like with Hexagon, I can imagine that the issue with that is because of thin ice. There's something they put in the code with how many times these little Hexagon icicles, ice platforms stay on screen. That caused a physics issue with Hexagon. Makes sense. I know what it is. Burts. That's what's causing the issue with the eggs. They probably have similar coding because it's something you grab. Something in the game's code was overwritten and it's causing some sort of... I don't even know what you would call it, but it somehow thinks there's now 30 Borts, 30 Burts, 30 Penguins. Instead of the normal 3 that are supposed to be in the game. That's probably the issue. That's probably what's causing the lag. Because there's nothing else in the game that you grab outside of penguins. Oh, really? I think I got grabbed by that elf. Yeah, outside of penguins and eggs, there's nothing else in the game that you grab. So there must be similar code. That must be it. I'm actually going to look that up on Twitter. As I'm waiting for the next game, I'm going to see if anyone else is complaining about the egg games. So here's at least one report. I don't know if anyone else was running into the problem, but at least on the PS4, any game of Egg Scramble is just a complete lag fest. So, and here's a video of it. So yeah, it definitely looks like there are other people reporting this. Not many though. I'm only seeing like 6 or 7 tweets. So here's a question. Is it only happening on the original PS4? Is it not showing up on the PS4 Pro? That might be the difference. You would think a problem like that would be widespread. So now we have, what, a 5th thing I need to do after this stream ends? I need to make a list. Oh, also, something I didn't even mention that I also need to look up after the stream ends. When was the gator skin, and how do you get it? Because I tried looking this up earlier, and the first result was August, which means apparently I missed it. But that doesn't seem right, so I want to see if maybe there was something else that happened that awarded the gator skin. No, you don't need to test that, that's fine. What I could end up doing is checking out other streams on Twitch, because I'm sure that other people who played this game might be able to showcase if they've had the lag issue too. That could be another issue. It could just be that people who are streaming at the same time they're playing could have the issue. There's so many different variables for why it could be happening. Bet you I can probably check that out after the stream on a few different sources. I want to find out when and where the gator was available. How did I miss it? I'm gonna look that up again. Actually, it might be crocodile, not alligator. Yes, I'm one of those people who doesn't know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. Okay, that is... no results are coming up. Like, what's showing up is the T-Rex costume. Oh, here we go. Something on Reddit from 11 hours ago. If it wants to load. Why Reddit, why? Great, Reddit cannot be reached at this time. Perfect timing. I'm just trying to look up one thing about a game. Oh god! Whoa, 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 whoa. Why don't you back up, Mr. Milkshake? That was a new skin I haven't seen before. That dude was an ice cream sundae. An ice cream shake. Complete with what looked like a Hershey bar in the middle. Go for silver. Get greedy. Alright. So from 11 hours ago, someone was asking a question about the alligator skin that they couldn't find how to get it. It is indeed a crown rank. Okay. No, I haven't managed to check out anything from SSOH. We mentioned this earlier. I didn't even know he had come back. Like, I was surprised when... Who mentioned that in chat that SSOH came back? It might have been Pi. But someone mentioned it in chat that SSOH came back, and I had no idea. Like, what has he done? Is he doing ROM hacks again? Or has he gone into Mario Maker? I think the difference, based on what I've heard, is that alligators have a bigger top snout, and crocodiles have a bigger bottom snout, or bottom jaw. But again, I could be mixing that up. It could be the other way around. I can't remember. Well, I think if I was in Florida, if I saw either one I'd be running, it probably wouldn't make that big of a difference. I don't think I'd be asking them, are you a crocodile or an alligator? Based on your answer is whether or not I'll be running away from you. Nah, I'm running backwards either way. Oh, nice. He uses ROM hacks to ramble like the good old days. Dude, he would go on, like, big old tangents during those ROM hack videos. And that's what got me to love him, man. He was always honest and open. He was very real with what he was talking about. So, okay, so alligators have a wider U-shaped snout, while crocodiles have a more pointed snout. Again, this is one of those things where it's going to be difficult for me to remember in the moment. Like, at least with stalagmites versus stalactites, I can think of... Here he is, here's that little ice cream sundae. I like that skin, but, like, for, stalagmites versus stalactites, a lot of people have trouble remembering them, but for me, the T in stalactite stands for top. Those are the ones that are from top down. Stalagmites are bottom up. But unless I can find some sort of trick to remembering the difference between a crocodile and an alligator, I don't think I will. So alligator U-shaped snout, crocodile pointed, V snout. What type of mnemonic could you come up with to remember that? There you go. Holy crap, it's Mixpad. Stealthily entering the chat like no one saw him. Just drive-by comment. Dude. We were talking about you earlier. About the whole QWOP challenge from years ago. But how are you doing, man? But yes, the trick is indeed to just run away, not bother asking questions, just get out of there. Like, there was a myth on Mythbusters where they talked about doing zigzags, which wasn't necessarily true. The big thing with crocodiles and alligators isn't so much that they're good at chasing you, it's that initial attack out of the water. Once you're past that certain area, they're not going to follow you. Just get away from the water, away from the little shore, and you're golden. Oh, you gotta babysit tomorrow? No, that is no fun. Well, actually, it depends on how old the kids are, because you could just sit by and do nothing. Just as long as you have the baby monitor on, make sure they don't get into any poison, don't stick their fingers into any electrical sockets, you should be fine. That seems to be the way with most people. As good as you can be, considering it's 2020. We've only got a couple weeks left. Oh, he's 10, he's gotta get help with school. Is it any type of subject that you're good at? Or is it gonna be one of those subjects where you have to Google yourself how to answer the questions? Or if you can't get away from the crocodiles fast enough, make sure they can't get their mouth open, because how much energy it takes for them to get their mouth open and ready to snap. I didn't think it required a lot of energy. Interesting. Oh, he just wants to get out of work. Just sit him down, keep the TV away from him, no games, any of that. That's the thing with my niece. She's 13 now. She never wants to do her homework or anything like that. It's always video games. Which, in some ways, I'm proud of because I'm the one who introduced her to some of those games. But it's bad when you get a kid who's too addicted to video games to do their own schoolwork. There's a time and place for it. And that's at about 1 a.m. when everyone else is asleep. God, there's only 9 people in this map and they're just melting away all the ice. Holy crap. I feel like they're melting it away quicker than we had 13 people. It's probably because everyone's just running around, no one is standing still, trying to make an island. Okay, time to start figuring out how to strategize this. We're down to the final level. Oh god. Eat it away, melt it, melt it. Okay, is there any island that looks safe? No, 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 I ragdolled. How many updates have been there since September? Let's see. They did a mid-season update during Season 1 where they introduced Jump Showdown. They did Season 2 where they introduced, I believe, 4 new maps. A bunch of night, like medieval style levels. Then in the mid-season of Season 2 they introduced Big Fans, which is very much a Mario Sunshine type level. Which is just a whole bunch of fans going around in a circle that you have to platform your way around. And then today they dropped Season 3, which is 7 new levels. And a ranking system based on the number of medals you have, or crowns you have. Which I am currently sitting at 259 wins. So there's that. But yeah, I'm liking a lot of the levels they introduced today. The only one I haven't been able to see very much is a penguin-based level, where it's pretty much hot potato. Hold on to the penguin as long as possible, and you score points based on the number of seconds you've had them. Yeah, I'm trying for one more win, that way I can get a nice even 10. Double digits. What's funny though is that for the first 5 hours of the stream, I had 0 goose egg. And then all of a sudden, got 3 in a row, a loss, and then another 2. And then slowly wins and losses for the rest of time since then. But yeah. Been an interesting stream. We've talked about just about everything. But I will be uploading this to YouTube afterwards. I think probably tomorrow. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't have a problem with a 13-hour video. God, I want that crocodile skin. I am so upset that that was a crown-related thing. But they did say they were going to fix it by the end of the week. Hopefully by then I'll get the crocodile skin. And I'll get to see all the other surprises too, because I have no idea what the lower tiers gave. I think a couple of banners, maybe? I'd have to imagine that one milkshake thing is a crown reward. I know there's a couple of golden skins that are crown related. I'm looking forward to those. Really? Seamus is into Fall Guys? Sweet. I can totally see Seamus getting into Fall Guys. There's one YouTuber that I'm surprised. I need to check this out. Has Scottish Duck got into Fall Guys? Because Scottish Duck is one of those Let's Players that's very similar to me in terms of focusing on 3D platformers. I'm Googling this right. Hold on. Has Scottish Duck gotten into Fall Guys? No, so that means that he has not tweeted once about Fall Guys. Oh no. Well, I don't think Scottish Duck has really done much on YouTube. Like from what I've seen the past few years, he's mostly been focusing on collection updates and various rants. I don't know if he's doing Let's Plays in general anymore. He might. Again, it's been a while. No, Scottish Duck. A lot of similar taste, me and him. Oh, dude, no worries, man. I'm just glad you stopped by. But I'll be uploading this on YouTube the next day, so you didn't really miss much. Now, you can spend the next couple of days watching this, considering this is a 13-hour stream. Good lord. Anyone who manages to watch this entire thing in one sitting, kudos to you. Kudos to Agent Pipe, who's been watching since the beginning. I mean, you've been in chat since, like, the first couple of hours. That's some dedication. But yeah, I'm hoping to do, I think, Hades this weekend as well, so if you plan on stopping by or you want to watch then, Either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday I'll be doing that. I'll definitely tweet about it beforehand, though. Oh, there's another random thing I just remembered I needed to do. Had to clear my throat and realized about the 6-hour mark for this stream there was a loud cough. I need to go in and find out if that came across on the microphone or not, and whether or not I need to edit that out for YouTube, because it might have been very loud. Oh, if I do it on Friday, you might be able to get some friends to watch. I'll try it for Friday. I know Sunday night I'm gonna be busy, so if I do it on Sunday night, it's gonna have to be cut short. But Friday night allows me to do a longer stream. But I can probably do it Friday. We'll see. Again, I'll have to check my schedule, but it's definitely going to happen Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Very much, like with most roguelikes, I very much doubt I'll be able to beat the final boss, but we'll see how far I can get. I know with Enter the Gungeon, I made it to the final dragon boss twice. Didn't beat him, but I made it to the final boss twice. In Dead Cells, I think I made it to boss number 3. Hades is a roguelike game that's very similar to, I would say, Bastion. It's made by the same developers as Bastion and Transistor. It's more of an action-based roguelike. Kind of in the vein of Binding of Isaac, in that you need to clear rooms before you can proceed. And then after you clear a room, you are given a choice between a couple different doors, which lead you to different types of rooms that do different things, different enemy types. And after you clear the room, I believe you're rewarded with certain abilities, certain bonuses. So the further you get, the more powerful you get, and the more types of upgrades you can have for your character. And then once you die, which you will do inevitably, all your skills and everything are reset back to 0, and you're back to scratch. But unlike a game like Binding of Isaac or other roguelikes like that, you're not completely reset back to 0, because at your home base, you can buy stuff in your bedroom that give you permanent upgrades. That's about all I know about the game. But yeah, it'll be interesting to try, because it's gotten a lot of rave reviews. It's made by the same people from Bastion and Transistor, so I have full faith in the quality. Yeah, I love them too. I put so much time into Binding of Isaac back in the day. And Spelunky. And Rogue Legacy. In the past few days, I've been playing One Step from Eden, which is a deck-building type roguelike. It was one of the games in the Humble monthly bundle, so I decided to check it out, and it was a surprise hit. Played a lot of Spelunky, yep. Never gotten to the true boss. I beat Olmec once. Never made it to the eggplant guy. Never made it to hell, never made it to the golden whatever. But I have beaten Olmec. Spelunky 2 looks like a lot of fun. But again, it's one of those games that, while I would like to play it, my computer cannot handle it. Might have to wait for it to come... No, it's on PS4. Might have to wait for a sale, though. But it is on PS4. Either that, or I have to upgrade my computer again, which... don't think I'm doing anytime soon. Alright, that's a lot of dark ice we need to melt. We cannot allow a 3-tier icicle. Okay. So what's funny for this map is that I've gotten to a point where I can consistently make it to the final few, but I think as soon as I say that, I'm able to make it to the final few except for right now, but aside from once or twice, I haven't been able to pull out that victory. Ah, Crypt of the Necromancer. It was a rhythm-based one. That had some really good music. I think I tried that one for 1 hour and that was it. Like, I don't have any rhythm at all. There's no way I can do that game well. But they actually did a, not really a sequel, but they did a spin-off game with Nintendo. Speaking of Nintendo doing crossovers recently, that was a huge surprise that they actually allowed the Crypt of the Necrodancer people to take Zelda and put Zelda in their game into a brand new style of game. Which apparently is actually very well done. Oh, you played that one on Vita? But yeah, I was so surprised to see Crypt of the Necrodancer and Zelda. Well, what was it called? Hyrule of Cadence. I'm pretty sure that one is Switch only. That's how you found out it existed? Yeah. That's a great way to put your name out there. Partner with a big franchise like Nintendo, or a big company like Nintendo. Like, I think Danny B-Style has some music in Crypt of the Necrodancer. Danny B-Style being the same guy who did Binding of Isaac music. And a bunch of other games, too. I think he did Super Hexagon. Wait, no. I can't remember. I want to say that Danny B did Super Hexagon. But if you want to play a roguelike that will mess with your mind, play Super Hexagon. That is insanely fast, requires insane reaction time, and is a hard as hell game to play. No, did I say that was a roguelike? It's not a roguelike. It's just I don't want to call it a casual game because it's absolutely not. But it's simple to get into, extremely hard to master. Yeah, Hyrule Warriors. Now, they did a sequel to Hyrule Warriors recently that apparently got some sort of story mode that they're calling canon to the prequel of Breath of the Wild, I think? I have no idea how accurate that statement is, but I feel like they did something with Hyrule Warriors recently that connected the story of the other Zelda game. That's what you meant, the sequel? But you heard it was underwhelming. Interesting. Yes! Family Jewels! Oh my god. I have an album of his. He did some music for... Oh, what did he... I gotta look this up. I have an album of his where he did music for something. Yeah, I found him on YouTube a while back. He does so many different guitar riffs on songs. VVV, that was it. He did the rock version of VVV. Wait, Family Jewels is the doorbell guy? I had no idea about that. I know him as the guitar guy, the heavy metal, video game rendition guy. No, but Family Jewels, he did the VVV soundtrack. As soon as I do this, I'll look out who did Super Hexagon, because I have that soundtrack as well. I cannot remember off the top of my head who it was. Oh, he did a Donkey Kong Country cover? Oh, dude, Family Jewels and Grant Kirkhope? That is an amazing mixture. Alright, who did Super Hexagon? I don't have that listed. I'm gonna have to Google it. Vicinity. No, it was Chipzel. That's who it was. Chipzel. Chipzel. But I don't even know how I found out about Family Jewels. I think I was looking up, I want to say Punch-Out. I don't even know if that's accurate. But he did a really good rendition of Punch-Out. He's done Portal, he's done Banjo-Kazooie covers. I don't think I've heard his Donkey Kong stuff, though. I might have to look that up. We're just gonna keep adding to this list of stuff I have to look up after stream. Right, he did Binding of Isaac covers too. No. Family Jewels has actually played with Grant Kirkhope. I am jealous. I mean, not that I could ever play guitar, but Grant Kirkhope, man. I mentioned this at the... I don't know if it was beginning of stream, but near maybe the middle. I bought Snake Pass primarily because Grant Kirkhope did the soundtrack. That's it. I haven't even played Snake Pass, I just bought it because he was in it. It's probably a good game, too. I mean, it looks interesting. But yeah, primarily because his music. And actually, random offhanded comment about that. Grant Kirkhope, 12 years on Twitter. The very first person I favorited on Twitter was Grant Kirkhope's comment that he had been told for decades that 3D platformers were dead. Well, F them. Or something along those lines. Like, that's the very first thing I favorited on Twitter. Let's see what that was. Let me go back to that. Or, I'm sorry, likes. Yeah, after all the years telling people that this kind of game was wanted and being told that he was wrong, F them all. Yes, Grant Kirkhope. Yes. People wanted Yooka-Laylee. It may have not had the good reviews as it should have had after release, but people wanted it. People want more 3D platformers. That's why Hat in Time came out, because people want 3D platformers. That's why I'm obsessed with Fall Guys. It's a 3D platformer. Really, he has a video of him working with Grant Kirkhope on YouTube. Well, where's my priority list of things I'm looking up after stream? Because I think that has now outpaced that Looney Tunes episode. I need to see that. Like, I know he's done covers of Grant Kirkhope's music. I mentioned Banjo-Kazooie, but to actually work with him, that's a sight to see. Yeah, work together, Red Team. Come on. Aim for the boxing gloves. Get him. No. Push backwards this way. We want the boxing glove. And propel. Speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out. Use portal logic. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely looking that up. But yeah, that has outpaced the Looney Tunes. Donkey Kong Country 2 Medley is the video. Wait, which one? Are we talking about his thing with Grant Kirkhope or something else? Because Pi said the one with Grant Kirkhope is the Banjo-Kazooie metal version. So he works with Grant Kirkhope twice. Oh, lucky. Oh, yours is separate. Okay. But yeah, he's done a Banjo-Tooie one as well. I can't remember if that's a medley or not. And then I believe he did Banjo-Kazooie Spiral Mountain. But that was years ago. That might have been before he worked with Grant Kirkhope. Oh god, watch out for Alex. She is a graboid. Keep your distance. Keep 6 feet away at all times. Social distancing. Do not get near Alex. Yep, and I've said this before, a tip for anyone watching now. If you can, adjust your camera speed to 70, 80, 90%, because the 50% that I started off with caused me to die. After I updated it to 70 or 80%, it makes this map so much easier. Because you're going to need to be able to transition, move your camera quickly between the two platforms. And the 50% default is not quick enough. Okay, good news, Alex is in the slime. So hopefully none of these other 3 people are graboids. 2 people. 1 person. Down to 1. Will this be it? Is the stream almost over? It is! Booyah, baby! Win number 260. That is 10 wins on the day. Season 3, Day 1, 10 wins. Season 1, 85. Season 2, 165. Season 3, 10 plus. Only took 13 hours today. And holy crap, we're already level 32. We have been playing this game for 13 hours, and we have now made it to level 32 for the season. Think about this for a second. We're 32 for the season. There's a max rank of 40. In a single day, 1 day out of 69 days. And we're already level 32. I feel like they might have been underestimating their community on how many points are required to reach max level. At this rate, if I was to continue playing like this, I could reach the Walrus by tomorrow. Really? He uploaded a video of Among Us today. There's so many... legitimately, there are far too many YouTubers out there for me to keep up with. Like, I mentioned this before, there's a couple of people who I used to watch a long time ago. Oh, what's his name? Brental Floss. We were talking about this last night. Brental Floss has uploaded a lot of songs himself that I have not seen over the past few years. There's so many people I used to watch long ago that I've lost track of, that have uploaded so much stuff that I need to catch up on. I am the walrus, cuckoo cuckoo. I am the Eggman. I am the Eggman. And he also has Hades music. Well, Hades makes sense, because that's already a metal game. Oh man, what is the thing in Alice in Wonderland? Is it the walrus and the oyster? No. Again, that's another thing. It's literally been decades since I've seen Alice in Wonderland. But yeah, that is 10 wins on the day. We are nearing 13 hours. I was joking about the 12-hour stream. We have surpassed that. Oh my god, what a long day. But that is Season 1, Day 1 of Season 3 of Fall Guys. It's gonna be a good season. I probably won't be able to play the game as much as I want to, as much as I did in Season 2. But I think we made a good start on the season. Hey, he has the Fall Guys in a metal version. Nice. Like I said, he's done metal versions of so many different songs I need to catch up on. I will bet you anything, within the next 2 weeks, he'll do something from Cyberpunk. Like, Cyberpunk already has metal style music, but he's gonna do something from Cyberpunk. I guarantee it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to touch the different... He's probably done Last of Us 2 as well. I'm assuming he's done the different Game of the Year candidates. Oh my goodness. What did we unlock today? Like, we've managed to make it to level 32. What all skins did we unlock? Because I wasn't paying attention at all. Outside of that ugly sweater. Okay. We got the snowman bottom, couple colors. We got the snowman. We got the ugly sweater. Candy cane. We got Krampus's butt. I didn't realize Krampus had a tail, but that makes sense. Fa la 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 guy. A shivering emote. Christmas trees. Krampus's head. Oh, narwhal color. The White Walker eyes. A dress. Chocolate fondue. Oh no, there's the ugly sweater. That was at 25. Starry Night. The Snow Queen. Oh, Ski Slalom. Candy cane skin. And Candy Twist. Surprising! I would have thought he would have done Last of Us, because that is an iconic song. Especially in Last of Us 2. I wonder if he's worried about copyright, because I know that Sony was actually taking down videos of people who had that one specific song in it. So that might be a worry for him. That or he's waiting for permission. Delfino Plaza and Animal Crossing. I mean, we've been talking about Mario Sunshine tonight. So, yeah. Can't recall what the Delfino Plaza music sounded like, though. It's been so long. Good for him. You know what? Good for him that his music's on Spotify. He deserves it. He's been doing this for... I want to say he's been doing this for a decade. He's been doing this for a long time. Like, I'm thinking when I first found him, might have been Punch-Out, but that was back in the day. I want to say he's been doing it for at least 10 years. He deserves it. But yeah, I do think that'll wrap it up for me. We've been going for 13 hours. According to Agent Pie, someone to definitely check out, and I recommend it because Agent Pie recommends it. I trust his judgment. Check out Bucky Boy 2009. He's a blind Let's Player like me. He's done a variety of games. He has a schedule. That's something important. He has an actual schedule that he sticks to. Check him out. He's worth a look at. I know I'm going to check him out after the stream. I've got a whole bunch of other things I need to look at as well, but to those who stopped by, those who are watching it on YouTube after the fact, thanks for watching, thanks for the support. It's been years, and I'm really hoping to get back to doing stuff more often. Sadly, it won't be console games, because I can't do that now, but we're looking at a future of doing PC games, Steam games. More of those. I don't necessarily know if they're going to be as long as this stream was. No, I can guarantee you, they won't be as long as this stream was. This 13-hour thing was just that. It was a thing. It got out of control. Fall Guys is one of those one more games. Absolutely. And I love it to death. But I don't see myself doing another 13-hour stream of this. But again, thank you all, and until next time, adios.